Now when we're scouting from shore, here's a couple things to remember. Well, number one, you need your shoes. Proper shoes are key. I'll tell you, I know more people that are banging themselves up scouting rapids than in the rapids. Why? Because when you're on the shore, rocks tend to be slippery, banks tend to be steep, rocks can be loose. I've seen more people fall, bang their arms, hurt their shoulders, hurt their knees, simply because they're not wearing the right kind of shoes or watching where they step. So when you're walking around, wear the right equipment and make sure that you watch and take the scout itself seriously, because that's as dangerous or maybe even more dangerous than running the rapid. Another piece of equipment to remember to bring is your throw rope. You don't want to be halfway down the river scouting, have one of your buddies enter the rapid only to realize that you're standing there with no throw rope and they need your help. So remember, when you're scouting, you're ending up towards the bottom of the rapid, you need to be ready, you need to have a rope with you. You never know when you're going to need it. When you scout a rapid from shore, you're going to see a line from one spot. You're going to be on a rock, you're going to look, you're going to see a line. If it's at all difficult rapid, or you're having any second thoughts about how things are going to happen, or if there's any particular dangers like an undercut or a tree that you're going to be trying to avoid, don't stop there. Find a second vantage point that you can look at. The vantage point could be right at the danger, or just from a different angle, from more upstream or more downstream. Get that second opinion, because what you're going to find sometimes are rapids that you thought were good to go. All of a sudden you'll have second doubts. But also you're going to find sometimes the rapids where you were thinking of walking, and you get a second look at it and you realize, well, that's not as bad as I thought. I can make that line, or I see a new line. So it goes both ways, but that second vantage point is key. Also, when you're scouting and you're talking with your friends about how you want to run the rapid, make sure you've already made a safety plan, meaning you've already discussed where and who's going to be on safety, if you need to have somebody on safety, what the plan is going to be for getting somebody out, which rock, do they have a rope, do you have a rope, okay, who's going to go first, after the one person goes, who's going to get on the rope then, should you get out of your boat and walk up and set safety. These are some of the kind of things you need to work out before you go up and start running the rapid. If you're the only one that's going to run a rapid, just remember that you're the only one running the rapid. So what are your rest of your buddies doing? Well, you would like to have them for safety, and if you need safety, I highly recommend that you don't put the burden on them to determine how to make you safe. So why don't you take the time while you're scouting, make sure that they're willing to help out and they want to do this, and they're comfortable with you running the drop. If they are, go ahead and take some of the burden off of them by pointing in all the right spots where you want the safety set and where you think they might need to be. That way, they don't have to feel the responsibility for that. They know that they're right where you want them to be, and then you'll also know where they are.